This is a pair of wide toe box, zero drop, flexible, and minimal soled shoes. Sound familiar? So what's different about the Yeans from Jenon leather? Craftsmanship. Handcrafted in the Czech Republic, while these may seem like just another Barefoot leather boot, the attention to detail is almost more top-notch than the Barefoot features they tout. Let's take a closer look at what we think about the Yeans. Hey folks, I'm glad you're here. My name is Chris, and this is the Sons of Sever YouTube channel where there's no such thing as bad weather, only bad gear. Today, my brother Eric and I are going to talk to you about a high-quality, handcrafted leather walking boot from a company called Jenon Leather. These are their Yeans. We're going to talk about our likes and our dislikes of this shoe in order to give you a better picture of how this thing performs. If you're interested in jumping around to different parts of the video, there are timestamps down in the description. But for now, I'm going to pass things over to Eric to get us into our likes of the boot.
Okay, kicking off my likes of the Yeans from Jenon Leather. The first thing that I'll say, and it's something that we said about Soft Star shoes as well, we had an initial impression on their switchback boot. It's that a handmade leather shoe like this just feels special in some ways, feels nostalgic almost. Because this was a shoe that wasn't just made on a factory line like pretty much all shoes are today. This is something that somebody put a lot of work and care into, and for me, it harkens back to the way that shoes used to get made when there were cobblers that made all the shoes. And like I said, they weren't just made in factories. And I think that that's something really cool and really special about these, and that is a huge reason why I love them. I love the styling of this shoe as well. On their website, they call it a boot. I think it's more of like a high-top sneaker. So to get a handmade leather high-top sneaker like this, it's a look that I really go for. And I think that it fits well in a variety of different situations. So obviously it looks really cool casually, but this thing has been dressed up enough for me to go to church on many, many occasions as well. So I think that it is something nicer that you could wear semi-formally, business casual type stuff. I love that there are small imperfections in the boot as well. Again, it just gives it that nostalgic handmade feel to it. So if you look closely here, you can see that one of those eyelets isn't quite in line with the rest of them. Now functionally, that does nothing. It works totally fine, and I think it just gives it a little bit of character, which is something that I appreciate about wearing this shoe. And I really like the fact that it's customizable as well. You can go onto their website and they show you a bunch of different leather colors that you can choose from. So you can go and totally customize the shoe that you want. Now when I got on the website, I saw this brown and tan one, and I'm a sucker for that colorway. So I told them just to get me this exact one that was on the website right there, and it turned out amazing. I love how this shoe looks. I really like the barefoot qualities that it has as well. So it has a pretty minimal stack height. You've got a 6mm outsole, and then you've got a 3.5mm insole, and you can see that there it's actually glued in, so I didn't want to pull it out, but that's kind of a cool insole. The top layer is leather, and then the bottom layer is rubber for a little bit of added comfort according to the website, and I think it's really nice. It is very comfortable, it is very minimal. Your feet can definitely function the way that they're supposed to in this handcrafted leather high-top sneaker. I love this thing. Now as you can see from the B-roll footage that we've been rolling as well, I did actually take this thing on a pretty light hike, and it performed really well. The outsole actually did a good job on this loose scree and steep slopes that I was going up and down. It wasn't a very long hike. I wouldn't want to take this on too long of a hike because of the minimal stack height that it does have. But if you are looking for something that is totally city ready, but that you can spontaneously go onto short and easy trails with, then I think that this is a winner, especially with it being leather. It's going to be durable that way. You're going to be able to clean it easily and get it looking nice again for those more formal occasions that you might want to take it on. So I do think that there is a little bit of built-in versatility to this thing as well. Let's send it over to Chris now to hear about his likes of the shoe.
Getting into my likes of the Yeans, the first thing that I want to mention is their shape. I think these things are fantastically shaped. I think they're going to fit most people and fit them very nicely. They've got a very forgiving toe box, one of the wider ones out there. I'd say it's on par with companies like Splay and Bielanka. But then also moving back away from the toe box, I think this is going to have plenty of room in the instep for a lot of people. That's a comment we get often about shoes that we like, is that some people get them and they don't like how narrow the the instep is. So I think the inside of this shoe is very forgiving shape-wise and very comfortable shape-wise. Going along with that my next is how foot-friendly the interior of this shoe is. So what I mean by that is that the materials that they use on the inside, on the lining of this shoe, are very comfortable for your foot to the point where you can totally wear these without socks. You can wear these barefoot and it's gonna feel very nice on foot. That's not something that you're gonna see super often with a leather shoe. I think that helps make it so you can use this shoe in the warmer months, because this is marketed as more of a fall, early winter shoe. Not something you're going to want to wear in overly wet weather, but if it's dry and cold out, then this is going to be great for you. I just got back from a staycation in Park City, Utah, and I wore these the whole time we were up there. And as we were walking around, going to shops, going to dinner, just walking around the hotel, I was wearing these paired with shorts, no socks, and they felt really, really nice on foot. They breathe just fine, but I also think if you pair them with the right pair of socks, they're going to work really, really nicely in those colder weather but dry situations. The last thing I want to mention here is the high quality feel of this thing and just the classy look. Now, I do think we do have some versatility here when it comes to the way that this shoe looks. I think it can be dressed up or down. You can totally wear it casually. Like I said, I was wearing it with shorts this whole weekend, but you can definitely wear this thing to church and other situations like that because it just has this really nice, classy leather finish to it. These things are also handmade, made to order, which talks about the quality as well. How they're gonna hold up over time, I don't think they're meant for hard use, so we'll see as we continue to use them for casual and more dressy opportunities, but I'm just impressed with the craftsmanship. This is a really, really nice shoe. Are you looking to take your barefoot shoe experience to another level? Then you're gonna need a solid pair of toe socks that lets you take advantage of all that toe box. We love Creeper's Toe Socks, a sock that beat out 6 other toe sock brands in a comparison video we did that you can see through the card up in the corner. Whether it's cold or hot, whether you're hiking, running, or lounging, Creeper's Toe Socks will ensure that your feet stay comfy, dry, and healthy. If you're interested in checking out Creepers, head down to the link in the description and use our discount code to save yourself 15% off at checkout.
Okay, when it comes to my dislikes of the Yeans, there really isn't anything for me to say here except for I question the durability just a little bit. I don't see any stitching from the upper to the outsole. I tried lifting up the insole just a little bit and I still didn't really see much stitching around there either. So if this truly is just cemented on, then it's gonna fail at some point and I question my ability to fix it, and that's the only thing that worries me about these shoes. So when it comes to my final opinion of the Yeans, I love these things. I would recommend them to anybody. I think that if you're looking for a good quality leather handcrafted sneaker, that this one is going to be really, really hard to beat. I love that it's made by hand in the Czech Republic. I love that it's leather. I love the lace hooks that it has. I love its barefoot qualities with that wide toe box and the flexible flat sole that it has. There's just a lot here that is good that's going on with Jenon leather. We definitely think that you should go and check them out. Highly, highly recommended from us. And let's send it back over to Chris now so that he can tell you about his dislikes and give you his final opinion of the shoe.
Getting into my dislikes of the Yeans, I'm having to be pretty nitpicky here because I really like these. I think they're high quality, handcrafted boots, but they might not be for everybody, and there are some things that I want to mention that I think you should know about that I'm not a huge fan of. So the first thing is going to be the volume in the toe box. Up towards the top of the foot where the laces are, you can do a fair bit of adjusting with the laces. If you have a higher volume foot, probably enough adjustment that it's not an issue. Lower volume foot, probably enough adjustment that there's not an issue. I have a medium volume foot, and the only place where I find these uncomfortable, sometimes in certain situations, is just right on top of the toe box. It hasn't broken in at all. I would also say it's not uncomfortable enough to the point where I would shy away from wearing these. It's just something that I think you should note. They are a little tight on the top of the toe box. The other thing that I want to mention is a little bit bigger of an issue for me, and that is the way that the laces integrate with our speed hooks here. So the speed hooks work great on this model. They definitely make it quicker to get these on and off your foot, but my issue with them is I think it was a poor choice of lace for the hooks. So what I mean by that is on a Lems boot, as just one example, they usually make their hooks tight enough that the laces snap into them. They also use rounded laces, so they have a little bit more volume. These laces are flat, and they fit very loosely in this hook. On the staycation that we were just on in Park City, when I was getting stuff out of the car, down in the parking lot, taking it up to the room, there were a couple times where my hands were full and the lace did come out of the hook. And then luckily that toe box tightness did keep the shoe on my foot all the way up until I could adjust it, but it was just really annoying thing to have to deal with. And I have had that happen on several other occasions. I think a quick fix for this would just be to get some rounded laces in here. I also think it would look better with a different color, so I might do that at some point, but just a better lace for the hook so that I don't have the issue of the laces falling out of the hook. Getting into my final opinion of the Yeans, I really like these things. It's probably one of the highest quality pairs of shoes that we've been sent so far, and just the quality of the materials, the obvious quality of the hand craftsmanship, it's just all over the top. These are custom boots. They are made to order, so they might take a little while to get to you once you've ordered them, but once they get to you, you will not be disappointed in the quality of them. Now, on top of that quality, we have fantastic barefoot features that we all want. We love the toe box, we love that they're zero drop, we love the minimalism and the flexibility of the shoe overall. I really love the finish on the inside of the shoe that makes it so comfortable on the foot, and we do not have an affiliate link with Jenon Leather. I don't think they do affiliate marketing quite yet, but we are going to link to their website down in the description as a thank you to them for sending these out to us. So if you're interested in checking out Jenon Leather, there is a link down there that will take you over to their website. You can take a good look at the Yeans and a handful of the other offerings that they have on their website. I'm sure they're just as high quality as these have been. Folks, if you like this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. All those things really help the channel out. If you're interested in any of the products that we talked about in this video, there will be links to them down in the description. If we have discount codes for any of those companies, they will be featured with the links. If you want to get more content from us, there are 3 different places you can get it. The first one is Patreon, where for $1 a month, you can get exclusive behind-the-scenes content we don't post anywhere else. If you want to be most up to date with what we are working on, make sure to follow us on Instagram, where we are constantly posting unboxing videos. Go follow us on Strava if you're interested in seeing mini reviews in real time of the products we're using and what we're using them for. Strava allows you to track and post about your different activities. We track and post about our runs, trail runs, hikes, paddleboarding, and weightlifting, and we do little mini reviews on the products we're using during those activities. Go follow us there, and we will follow you back. We appreciate your view, and as always, we will catch you in the mountains.